Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. I am so excited to do this tag today. Okay, little unknown or probably very well-known fact. My favorite season is autumn, and or fall, and my favorite holiday of life is Halloween. Okay, so I am so excited. We're like a week out, and all of these people started messaging me today, and they were like, "Have you done the Finally Fall book tag?" And I was like, no, I've never even heard of it. And I think it's brand new. So, is it brand new? It is brand new. It just came out like a week and a half ago. And the original creator is Tall Tales. And so I will link her below. She's absolutely adorable. And she actually has some really good answers to this. I watched the whole video. Unlike most of my tags, which I'm really glad I did do this, I watched the video and then I prepared for it. So I'm literally sitting amidst alliteration? No, that wasn't alliteration. That was another vocabulary word, boys and girls. I don't get to use the word amidst very often. I was like trying to think of what some of my other favorite words are. So anyway, I'm sitting amidst all of my props. So are you ready? Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Of course I wasn't tagged in this video. I just am gonna do it. I don't get tagged ever. So anyway, she tagged about 25 people in here. I'm not one of them. Books and Lala gets tagged in every video. I mean, seriously, Lala, come on now. Okay, so the questions says, feel free to answer with books you're excited to read or books you have already read. So there's a little bit of a mix of both of mine. And she has like such long descriptions on here. I love it so much. And the leaves are actually falling outside, and it's in Indiana, it is very much like autumn. Like if you live in Indiana, Indiana looks like what you see in movies and TV shows. In fact, Stranger Days or whatever that show is called, Stranger Than Fiction, no, that's not it. You know that show I'm talking about that everybody talks about? It takes place in Indiana, and that's very much what Indiana looks like. I mean, honest to God, woods and leaves and stuff like that. So, I cannot believe I can't remember what that's called. 9 million people will comment below. Oh my God, if 9 million people watch my book tag video. If I woke up tomorrow and 9 million people had watched this book tag video, I would be like, oh my God. Now I'm Jessie the Reader. No. Okay, so let's get right into this. Number one, in fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. And I actually don't have this because I listened to it on Audible. But for me, that would be Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I like immediately thought of this. I think the whole idea and the avatars and the worlds and everything are just so vivid and loud and beautiful and colorful. I'm so excited about seeing the movie. So yeah, there's that. And let's see the next question I got out of it. Stranger Things is what it was called. Okay, I was actually Googling that. Google it. Do you guys like Google? I love the Google. Okay, number two, nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. And this one, I have a lot, I actually do. But I don't have this one. And that one for me would be Angie Thomas's The Hate U Give. Most fantastic book of 2017 yet. It was so gorgeous. And I thought it just dealt with the topic at hand, and I don't want to ruin it for people that haven't read it so beautifully. It just was so beautifully written. I also will say Colson Whitehead's Underground Railroad was fantastic too. I mean, it dealt with some very serious topics and was just so, so beautifully written. And then number three, fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. Okay, so I have this. So for me, and this has been like 10 years ago I read this, and that book is the New York Times bestseller by Josh Kilmer Purcell, which is called I'm Not Myself These Days. I'm Not Myself These Days, and there's a little goldfish in it. And if you've read the book, then you'll know why there's a goldfish on the cover of it. It is a memoir, and it's a memoir about alcohol and drugs and other kinds of stuff. I don't really want to say it. It's about, should I just tell you what it's about? Well, it's about a drag queen, but it is so good, you guys. I actually, think that he and his partner like own a farm now, and they're like have a TV show. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? But this book changed me because what it taught me was how to turn my wounds into wisdom, because he told his story in such a profound way. And it just was so fun to read that I was like, and I related to a lot of it, like back then. In a similar way, like with Sam Lansky's The Gilded Razor, I read a lot of addiction memoirs, and I wouldn't necessarily say that this is an addiction memoir. It's more of just like a memoir of a period of his life. life. But it was just so well done, and I really like looked at my life in a different way and thought to myself, you know, like there's got to be more to life than all of this. So this was fantastic. Okay, the next book, or next question, number 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family household. Y'all know what I'm going to say, don't you? I mean, hands down the Finches. I mean, so Atticus and Scout and Jim and, you know, even little Dill from next door if he would want to come over and, you know, have some hot chocolate or pancakes or all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I love all of them. This is my favorite book of life. So yeah, this. Okay. Let's see. Number 5, the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. So in Indiana, and it's just now starting to turn, like I'm looking up because I'm like looking at my backyard, it's just starting to turn, but like it turns yellow and red, and then like, I mean, you're literally driving down the street one day and you feel like, I mean, it's unbelievable, right? So, here are the books I picked, and there's a little bit of gold in there too, like black and gold, nothing in between. When the world is black and gold, then it's Halloween. Here's what I picked. Are you ready? That looks like fall. Don't even come for me. You know it does. It totally looks like fall. This one right here looks like an Indiana side, like just looks completely like Indiana all day long. So anyway, this one is Perfume, the Story of a Murderer by Patrick Susskind. I haven't read it yet. It's supposedly like one of, oh, what's the guy, Nirvana, Kurt Cobain. It's one of his favorite books. Buzzkill by Beth Fantasky. I've never read it. Hold Me Closer by David Levithan. It's a Tiny Cooper story. I haven't read it, but I've been meaning to. I haven't read any of these. The Veins of the Ocean by Patricia Engel. I got this last year from Book of the Month Club, and I haven't read it. And The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Audier. I haven't read it either, but I think this cover is just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know so much about what I think about that drawing, though. It's kind of a little out there, don't you think? So anyway, you guys are like, no, we love her. I don't even know who she is because I haven't read the book. Okay, so there you go. There's my beautiful fall days. I need a little pumpkin. Okay, so let's get on to the next question. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. I love the weekend. Okay. Colorful leaves. Okay, number 6. Fall is the perfect time for storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein, amidst, doesn't say that, someone is telling a story. Okay, so like I have wanted to read this book literally since I was in college, and I have tried so many times, I just haven't been able to get into it. So this winter, I'm gonna read it, and I actually think I'm gonna do like a group buddy reads on my channel because I wanted to read it so long. Now, whenever I talk about this book, and I rarely ever do, people either completely bash it or they completely love it, and that book is Italo Calvino's If on a Winter's Night a Traveler. If you know what this book is about, it is about a woman that goes to a bookstore and she gets a book and she's got half of it and the other guy's got the other half. So the book is actually split between the story in the book and the story to the reader. But let me just read you the beginning. I mean, tell me if this does not make you want to read this book, okay? Are you ready? You are about to begin reading Italo Calvino's new novel, I mean, this is it, right, page 1, babe. Okay, If on a Winter's Night a Traveler. Relax, concentrate. Dispel every other thought, let the world around you fade. Best to close the door, the TV is always on in the next room. Tell the others right away. No, I don't want to watch TV. Raise your voice, they won't hear you otherwise. I'm reading. I don't want to be disturbed. Maybe they haven't heard you. With all that racket, speak louder, yell. I'm beginning to read Italo Calvino's new novel. Or if you prefer, don't say anything. Just hope they'll leave you alone. Find the most comfortable position, seated, stretched out, curled up, or lying flat. Flat on your back, on your side, on your stomach, in an easy chair, on the sofa, in the rocker, the deck chair, or the hassock. If in the hammock, if you have a hammock, on top of your bed, of course, or on the bed, you can even stand in your hands, head down in the yoga position with the book upside down, naturally. Of course, the ideal position for reading is something you can never find. In the old days, they used to read standing up at a lectern. And it goes on and on and on, and it says something about coffee in here, something like get your cup of coffee and all that kind of stuff. Adjust the light so you won't strain your eyes. And then it says, try to foresee nothing. Now, everything that might make you interrupt your reading. Cigarettes within reach if you smoke, and the ashtray. Anything else? Do you have to pee? All right, you know best. I want to read that book so bad, but I get like 10 pages into it, and I'm like, oh, well, next time. So anyway, that would be my answer for that. Italo Calvino's If on a Winter's Night a Traveler. All right. Number 7, the nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. Well, one of the questions I literally get asked, okay, on any of my 4 channels. If you don't know, I have 4 channels. They're all listed below. Go follow them. I'll also get on live stream on YouNow every night. Is that I get asked, what is the scariest book you've ever read? And that for me is Richard Lehman's Endless Night. I love Richard Lehman so much. He is, he's passed away, but he left with us a legacy of like 50 really horrifying, scary novels. I just finished No Sanctuary by him. If you want to read scary stuff in October, his stuff is like out there, okay? Now, I will tell you, you might want to, it gets a little sexual, a little gory sometimes, but it is terrifying. Okay. Next question. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. And for that, I picked, I don't even know, I would call it a novella, I guess. Kindred Spirits by Rainbow Rowell. I loved this so much, you guys. It is so cute. Here, I'll read it back if you haven't heard of it. If you broke Elena's heart, Star Wars would spill out. So when she decides to queue outside her local cinema to see the new movie, she's expecting a celebration with crowds of people who love Han, Luke, and Leia just as much as she does. Han Solo. Han, Luke, and Leia just as much as she does. What she's not expecting is to be last in line of only 3 people, to have to pee into a collectible Star Wars cup behind a dumpster, or to meet that unlikely someone who just might truly understand the way she feels. This book is so good. It's so cute. So I think they released it for like World Book Day in the UK. So somebody sent that to me and that was fantastic. Let's see. Okay, number 9, fall. Luckily, it is my favorite season. Returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. Okay, so last year, did I not bring it over here? Where did I put it? Well, I was going to do Catcher in the Rye because I read that book every year, but, okay, let me make a little announcement for you. In November, I will be rereading To Kill a Mockingbird. I've said this in so many videos now. Look at this, it's so sweet. You guys want to see this? My mom's really good friend gave this to me in 1986, and look. Peter, happy birthday. The book is always more detailed than the play, The Van Winkles. Oh, because we went and saw the play. So anyway, I love this book so much. And I can't believe I've had that since 1986. Oh, I have something in here like page marked. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I love that book so much. I'm going to reread it in November. I'm going to do it as a group buddy reads. Please read it along with me. This video is getting very long. Okay. Number 10, fall is the perfect time for cozy and reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. I'm so excited. I have things to show you. Okay, first of all, my husband knows that I love candles. I'm obsessed with them, right? So he brought me this candle home last night. Tell me you do not love this acorn candle. Oh my God. It smells so good. What is the smell? Copper leaves. That's not a smell. Doesn't say what it is, the smell. Anyway, it's fantastic. You want to smell it? Okay, so anyway, candles. I love candles. And then, you know, if you watch my vlogs, I talk about it every day. I'm totally obsessed with candle wax melts. But my favorite are these Swan Creek Candle Natural. I have them burning like at all time on 2 different ones. Our entire house smells like a bakery. It's incredible. This is vanilla pound cake. Do you see its drizzle? It's like actual drizzle on there. So this is my favorite one, vanilla pound cake. But then yesterday, I got spiced orange and cinnamon. Oh! Okay, and then bourbon maple syrup is good too. So these are my favorites. I always have those melted. And then of course you need to have something to drink. So I love these big, huge mugs from Crate & Barrel. We have like, I don't know, like 10 of them. Rise and shine. So anyway, I love these big mugs from Crate & Barrel. I also love the clear ones, but I didn't have a clean one to show you. Now I'm a tea mixologist, so I have one of those David's tea things. So what I do is I mix different kinds of tea. My favorite David's tea is Forever Nuts by David's Tea. See? Okay. Oh my God, it smells so good. Okay, and then I mix that with a little bit of this Bourbon Street Vanilla. Both of them not caffeine free from the New Mexico Tea Company. So I mix them a little bit up like that together, and then I put them in my tea. It's so good. With honey and a little macadamia milk. Oh my God. Okay. Set you free. So let's see the next one. I was going to pull down a hoodie too because I always read outside, so you have to have a hoodie. And then she says, number 11, spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. Okay, I'm gonna tag, who should I tag? Like last time I tagged people, like none of these people were even making videos anymore. And I was like, okay, so I guess I'm kind of a loser. I'm gonna tag Cameron at Wolfshot Publishing, and I'm gonna tag Graham at Mega Man Chief Fan. I would tag Dylan the Reader 5, but he's legit like a month behind on all of the videos. So if he wants to do it, and the other person I'm gonna tag too is, because I love her videos and I just found them. Hold on just a second, you're gonna have to just be patient with me, okay? Oh shoot. Well, it's either Pens and Pages or Pages and Pens. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Oh, it's Pages and Pens. Hold on a second. Pages and Pens, I love her video. She did the worst book tag video that I created because Dylan tagged her in it. And I went to her and I was like, oh my God, where has she been all my life? I absolutely love her. So I'm gonna tag Pages and Pens too because she's so incredible. All right, I think that's it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy fall, happy autumn. I love you. Bye.